It is now my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Education, the Honorable Molly Spearman.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, what a great crowd. Thank you so much for being here this morning and for staying over. My heart is full, and this isn't on my script, but I just have to say, what a beautiful recognition this morning. A room full of people that I love and admire, and I feel quite inadequate, honestly, to be up talking to you about leadership, because you're the ones who I watch and try to mimic. You're the ones who have taught me, and certainly all of the honorees today, but the 4 Lifetime Achievement Award winners have been my dear friends, and I've watched and learned so much from them, and Billy, Dr. Owens, and of course Benny, and my dear friend Lucy. It's been a tremendous year, a year of sadness, but of great joy. And we do celebrate all that you all have done and taught us, and it gives us strength really to go on. But what a wonderful morning. And I have to tell you, I feel kind of proud of myself, because I think I did a pretty good job of working with Beth and helping her be ready to do this. Isn't she doing a fantastic job? Go girl. So the legacy of SCASA and what y'all are doing as an organization, and Beth and all of the staff at SCASA and you members are just taking the association to such a new level. I'm so proud. So thank you. January 2015 until now. It's been 1 year and 5 months, 17 months total that I've been in office, and I'm still loving it. I love this job. It's the best I've ever had, and I am so honored to be serving as your state superintendent of education. We have made a lot of positive change and common sense direction, we hope, over the last 17 months. But none of it would have been possible without the trust, hard work, dedication that you have displayed in school and district as leaders. Thank you. And I want to recognize the staff at the Department of Education. I think maybe a few folks are still here, staff members, if you are from the department, if you'll stand. They're working so hard. And is anybody out there? Maybe they all had to go back to work. There are a few folks. There's Virgie and Sheila. Great. I know Julie had to leave early. But isn't it wonderful that we can all be together as family again? Isn't it wonderful? We have accomplished a lot, and I joke and say we have accomplished a lot and we've got a lot of work to do, and we is y'all. All of us together, really. We do share a common vision now, our profile of the 21st century graduate, that every student, and that's the hard part, every student in South Carolina graduates prepared for success in college, career, and citizenship. And it takes some mighty strong leadership in the classroom, in the school building, at the district office, and at the Department of Education, and actually over at the legislature, and in our business community, and in our families with our parents, if we all together are going to make this a reality. For too long, our agency had served as a regulatory agency, intervening only to ensure compliance with the little ability to support districts. But we're reversing that course and have taken measures this year to ensure that the department can be a comprehensive service agency focused on improving the lives and achievements of all of our students. This year, we asked for and received additional resources for technical assistance in our low-performing schools and districts. Department staff, and we will be hiring about 30 transformation coaches in the next few weeks, We will be now able to offer the insight and tools necessary for improvement in curriculum, technology, facilities. I am committed to making recommendations to the legislature that are in the best interest of all of our students. As we work together to improve student outcomes, we have to be positive. We have to talk about the great things that we're doing. We've got to share our stories. We've got to lift up our profession of public education. We have to inspire our colleagues and support each other and our students. And we have to always strive for more opportunities for all of our students. I had a breakfast conversation this morning with someone who said, who's from a rural district, who said, I thought I knew what the other folks had until my grandchildren went and we visited a school in an urban area and I saw all that we were missing out on. And I told her, I said, well, you know, it's a two-way street. We all think we understand. The folks who have lots of resources think they understand the rural plaintiff districts and vice versa, but you don't really understand until you're there. And I ask you to get out, travel a little bit in South Carolina and get to know each other a little better so we can all understand the situation, the obstacles, the challenges, the opportunities that we have so that we can support each other. One thing I want to share with you, and we're doing a wonderful job with our South Carolina virtual school, but I don't think everyone is still taking advantage of that. This program is a free, high-quality online service that gives students currently attending public, private, and home schools in grades 7 through 12, as well as adult education programs assistance. Virtual SC is the 5th largest state-sponsored program in the country, and it's growing at a rapid rate. This summer alone, just since school's been out, we have enrolled over 20,000 course enrollments of students, and we expect to serve thousands more during the upcoming school year. If you are having trouble finding a well-suited teacher for a class, call us at the department. We may be able to help you out by staffing that entire classroom for you through Virtual SC. Or if you don't feel that your students have enough opportunities in AP courses, we offer all of them. That is no excuse anymore saying we can't find a teacher. Please take advantage of this resource that's booming. Through modern technology, we can ensure every student has choices and access to high-quality options no matter where they live. Let's celebrate some of our accomplishments over the last 12 months. First, and we don't talk about this enough, but you just graduated over 40,000 well-prepared students who are off to see the world. Congratulations. You know, I get tired of folks saying our students aren't ready. Oh, yes, they are. A whole bunch of them are ready, you know, and they're doing great things. Just get out and talk to them and meet them, and I'm so proud of what I'm seeing. We continue to review all of our policies and regulations using a common sense approach that affords you the greatest flexibility and promotes innovation. In the past year, we supported and the state board granted 47 different school district waiver requests. We put together working groups to take an in-depth look. Dr. Julie Fowler's leading this over the uniform grading policy. And we've moved to a 10-point grading scale that will put our students on a level playing field with their peers in other states, something we probably should have done a few years ago. Most recently, in an effort to combat the ongoing shortage of classroom teachers, in fact, just last week at the State Board of Education meeting, the department took a recommendation to the board and they passed it unanimously to remove the 2-year work requirement for PACE candidates. And we did that because we wanted to put that decision in the district's hand. If you have a candidate that you feel is qualified, 4-year degree, they've passed the praxis, and you're willing to take a chance on them and work with them through PACE, we did not want that 2-year work requirement to be a hindrance. So that's in place right now, so go to it if you've got slots still available. The General Assembly has been supportive of us. They've added the per pupil poverty weighting. We have a 2% teacher raise this year and a 23-year step increase and an additional $30 million for technology. And while this is a good step, we know we still have tremendous needs. I'll be going to the legislature in January with proposals on our teacher salary plan. I really want us to focus particularly on those early years of teaching. We have got to get those salaries up. I am going to proposals for sustainable and continued support in our plaintiff districts. Now, the legislature has given us directives to do some facility studies and reviews. We're going to be doing that, and then we'll be coming back with recommendations to the legislature in January. We were notified just yesterday that there were no protests in procurement to our most recent school bus procurement. So immediately today, we're working on the purchase orders for over $30 million of new school buses. And that is not before we need it, right? As many of you know, I have maintained that education is an issue that's handled best at the state and local level. The federal government certainly has a role to play in some areas, but the more decisions that we can make here in South Carolina for our students, the better. In December, when Congress passed and the President signed the Every Student Succeeds Act, it returned a great deal of decision-making powers back to our state and local districts. At the department, we immediately got to work remodeling our accountability system. In fact, we were already working on it, but we wanted to have the new plan, that accountability system that really matches our profile of the 21st century graduate. And Dr. Sheila Quinn's here today. She and our staff are leading that. Carla Hawkins is working on our state plan that we'll send to the U.S. Department of Education. A lot of work. We're working very closely with the superintendent's group, and all of you will be asking for your input. And our accountability system now will not be based on just one high-stakes test. No more. We're going to be using, we've heard you, we agree, we understand that there needs to be multiple measures, that we need to give schools credit for all the wonderful work that you're doing, and so we're so excited. We're working very closely with the Education Oversight Committee so that our federal system will mirror our state system, and we'll have one merged accountability system for South Carolina. The passage of ESSA also allowed us the authority to slow down the implementation and revisit our educator evaluation system. So when that word came down, the first thing we did was go to the state board and say, we want a 2-year pause on implementing our teacher evaluation changes. We removed the requirements of using high-stakes test scores as student growth measures. Student learning objectives, the good old SLOs, will now be used as an artifact instead of a standalone measure. And finally, we recommended that the department convene focus groups to gain important feedback and find ways to improve our educator evaluation system even further. And I'm proud to say that we have a wonderful State Board of Education now. You have sent us great representatives. If you don't know your state board member, you should get to know them, because they are supporting us, and they have been very, very supportive of the recommendations that we made. South Carolina is home to world-renowned businesses and industries. These businesses have brought tens of thousands of high-paying, high-skilled job opportunities. As educators, we've got to get to know that, and we've got to ensure that we, along with parents and students, are aware of the jobs and careers that are available in our state. And then our work is to find students' passion and help them get the right pathway so that they're set up for a great career as they grow older. Many times that pathway is through our excellent career and technology centers. Students we find who take CATE programs, who are completers with 4 courses, that may change to just be 3, we're working on that. But to be a completer, if you have a completer, there is a 97% graduation rate, 97%. And we're finding out now that students, no matter if they want to be a doctor, if that's their dream to be a doctor, they benefit from going into CATE programs as well. This is a way that we engage students. Please work together, and I'm going to challenge once again our rural areas particularly. You can't afford to offer a lot of different programs. I know that. You don't have enough students. You don't have enough money. Get together. Work together. Our districts with 1,000 students, 1,500, 2,000, 700, you have got to start working together on these things to offer these resources. Be creative. Do what you can. Put the students first to make sure that we're offering them as many opportunities as possible. Our apprenticeship program, youth apprenticeship program here in South Carolina is becoming a national leader. Apprenticeship Carolina has trained over 16,000 apprentices, and 26 of our 46 counties are participating in the newly founded youth apprenticeship program offered only to high school students. Our own transportation department now at the Department of Education, we have just started and gotten approved as an apprenticeship for mechanics. We have 4 different districts now that have students working in the school bus shops. Really proud of this. Those who are interested in diesel and auto mechanics, what a great way. We have a hard time finding mechanics, so we're going to grow our own and get them involved. Apprenticeships like this allow students to see the relevance of their work. Last year, we awarded over 4,000 industry credentials and certifications were given to high school students that will help pave the way for future employment. To help continue this growth and ensure that all students have these opportunities, we asked the legislature and received funding to pay for student credentials. Additionally, South Carolina recently received funding to begin the South Carolina Youth Education and Skills SCYES initiative, which will be expanding and aligning the role of career and technology education in our state. A personal passion of mine after taking office was to change the perception and to bring pride back to South Carolinians about their public school system. We know all the great things that were going, but just nobody at the state level would talk about it. All we talked about were our challenges, but now we're talking about our successes. We have a lot of positive energy going. South Carolina also has an untapped resource in our number of retirees and community and faith organizations. Everywhere I go, I'm talking to our neighbors, our friends, the retirees, the charitable groups, the churches in your communities, and asking them to help us out. And I'm really just confessing that if we're going to get every student ready in South Carolina, we can't do it by ourselves. We really can't do it. We've got to have help. So I'm out there asking for their help, and they're wanting to sign up. And some of them tell me, but they say they don't have anything for us to do. Please come up with something for them to do, okay? Please let these folks in as volunteers into your schools to mentor, to read, to raise money, to buy books, to help with the Lunch Buddies program, the backpack program, whatever. Particularly the heads of the major denominations in the state are really organized. I'm speaking at their state conventions, doing videos that will be sent out in September to all of the Baptist churches, the Methodist churches, the Episcopal churches in the state. The AME denomination has come and met with us. You're going to be hearing more and more, and hopefully you're going to hear the knock on the door, and it might be Jesus, I think, knocking, okay? But he's knocking through his people, saying, we want to help. Please let these folks in. Now, I understand I understand the challenge, but I'm telling them, and you've heard me say this before, I'm telling them, you can't go in talking about Jesus, go act like him, okay? That's what you got to do in schools. You're not going in there with any agenda other than saying, what can I do to help? So please accept these folks as they come. We've just reopened. The office had been closed under the previous administration, but we have reopened our Office of Family and Community Engagement, and our new director is working hard with these groups and with all the after-school programs to really bring all this together. There are a lot of great things going on, but they just don't know about each other, so we're trying to coordinate that effort. We've got a lot to be proud of, and it's because of your hard work that our children are learning and that they're gaining the confidence that they need to be valuable citizens. I know we got a lot of challenges, but I hope that you'll work with me, and let's don't call them challenges, let's call them opportunities, and let's work together for creative ways to make sure that every child in South Carolina is well prepared when they walk across your stage and graduate from high school. There's one person here today that I did not recognize, and I know you don't often get to see him, because I don't often get to see him, but that's my husband, Bill, who's with me. And I don't know where you're sitting, sweetie. Where are you? Is he in here? Bill? Stand up. Okay. He must be packing the car. Oh, there he is, over there. Okay, Bill. Thanks. Our family is just like yours. Being in education, it means a lot of sacrifice for the whole family, and my family has sacrificed and supported me to do this. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, but I only know that we're going to go where we need to go if we do it as one and we're all working together. And I'm so thankful that you all have that same vision, that we want to serve students and we want to have them ready for the next step. God bless you all. Thank you.